like to start by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakudash, and double honors to the apostles of GMS and the elder teachers. So there is plans for a mega church in Visalia, which is right next to where we prophesy. Camp Cosmos comes up and prophesies on Fridays, and I'm gonna do a little something on it. So let's see. First, I'm gonna read some of this. This right here. All right. Let me just read a little bit. Mega churches are typically. I'm right here, so you can follow along. Mega churches are typically known for their concert-like worship experiences, lasers, smoke machines, espresso bars, worship bands full of young cool people, and a pastor in jeans and t-shirt. Which motherfucking that's just going off. You're supposed to wear your garments. And you ain't supposed to have no espresso machines. We don't have no espresso machines on the corners. We ain't selling no merchandise. T-shirt preaching on short passages of scripture in a way that is positive. Yeah, in a way where you're information and also twisting the scriptures. Yeah, you're oppressing them. There's much there that is appealing to worshipers, yeah, because the truth isn't appealing. Alright, so I'm going to go to the corner right here. Mega church is a church with an unusually large membership, especially one preaching a conservative or evangelical form of Christianity and also offering a variety of education and social activities. Alright, so let's go to scriptures. Alright, this is what we got about the church. So the question is, are we supposed to have a mega church? I don't have no mega church. I don't even have 100 followers on my YouTube. Matthew 16 and 18. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So the church is people before it's a place. It's never been a place. It's always been the people. Because who fills that place? The people. Alright? So let's see, in the gates of hell, that's the Edomites. Because they're the gates of death. Alright, let's go to Matthew 18:17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Let's look that word publican up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something interesting. Publican. It's going to come up in the Greek. Let's find out what a church is first. Ecclesia. Those are the inflections. Oh shit. There it is. Outline biblical usage on a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place and assembly. So a church, mega church is not a public place. It's a private place. Because only those members of those, it says membership, right? That's a private shit type shit. And we go out to the streets and we're not preaching to everyone, we're preaching to Israelites, and more importantly, the elect. An assembly of people convened at the public place of the council for the purpose of deliberating. Ooh, look at this one. The assembly of the Israelites. So that's west. You guys are done. You're either any gathering or throng of men assembled by chance, tumultuously in a Christian sense, and the real Christians are Israelites, an assembly of Christians gathered for worship in a religious meeting. Damn shit. Oh man. I had some kind of Berbers, but that's not gonna be helpful. Oh no, it might be. An assembly of Christians gathered for worship in a religious meeting. A company of Christians of those who hoping for eternal salvation through Yahushua Mashiach observe their own religious rites, hold their own religious meetings, and manage their own affairs according to the regulations prescribed for the body for order's sake. Those who anywhere in the city, village constitute such a company and are united into one body, yet one body is Yahushua. The whole body of Christians scattered throughout the earth, as Israelites, the assembly of faithful Mashiachims already dead and received into heaven. So that's what in the church is. That's what a church is. Now let's get that other word. Publican. What is a publican? Because if they don't come to your church, they're like a publican. Telonas. Man, telonas. A renter or farmer of taxes among the Romans, usually a man of equestrian rank, that means on horseback, a tax gatherer, collector of taxes or tolls, one employed by a publican or farmer general in the collection of taxes. The tax collectors were, as a class, detested not only by the Jews but by other nations. So if the Israelites detested tax collectors, why are these motherfuckers collecting tax? And that's not even the real what these Jews right now are Ashkenazi. They just love collecting and usury and taxes, but by other nations also, both on account of their employment and of the harshness, greed, and deception with which they did their job. So somebody hated it, right? Somebody fucking hated it. Oh, look at that. Vulgar publicanus incorrectly so versus a public one employed by a public part. So we, nobody likes motherfuckers like these. Let's go back to the scripture. Like a post office worker, man. Motherfuckers. Alright. So I was just giving that for an example. Matthew 18 and 18. Verily I say unto you. And I was telling a coworker about this in the morning. Because he was talking about he wanted to die and be in heaven. Which is part true. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever you shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. So the work you're doing right now, if you build it in mega church, what's that going to do for when you're in heaven? You got to build the because the church is not a building. I just proved it. But whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So you're going to lose. You're going to lose. Alright, so let's go to proof. Visalia Planning Commission gives go ahead for mega church. That's a church that fits off a whole bunch of people. So, and it's going to tell us how many seats. The Visalia Planning Commission voted this week to approve a conditional use permit allowing. Why you need a permit? If you're, man, motherfucker, if you're a church, so what kind of permit you gonna get? You're gonna get a special permit too. Conditional use permit allowing the Roman Catholic Diocese of Fresno to build a church, and that's a fucking business. A church that will have 3,392 seats. That's a lot of motherfuckers. Let's say each one of those gives you, and I made the proper, what's the fucking called? I guess correctly, I guess. If each one of these parishioners gives $1 on the collection plate, that's about 4,000 bucks. That's that motherfucking collection plate around twice. That's 8,000 bucks. Wow. According to a website set up by supporters of the church expansion, it is an historic milestone for the Good Shepherd Catholic Parish, the Fresno Diocese, Catholics in Visalia, and across California and the nation. The location is 5049 West Caldwell. And if you add two more numbers, it's 5051 or 5150. That's fucking crazy. I don't even want to do it. The location is 5049 West Caldwell Avenue in Visalia, right near the intersection of South Acre Street. So it's gonna be fucking huge. Big ass church. It has nothing to do with salvation. Let's go back to the scriptures. Matthew 18:9. Again I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, what's the name? It ain't no fucking sweet Jesus. That's a different dude. For where there are two or three, for where two or three are gathered together in my name, Yahushua Mashiach Ban Yahweh, there am I in the midst of them. So when we go out preaching and prophesying on the street like you're supposed to do, like it says, a gathering of Israelites, that's what we're doing. Man. So that mega church is just a mega business for mega profit, but it has a non-profit permit. You Christians are fucking hypocrites. You don't even do no fucking research. Hope that fucking building falls on you motherfuckers. And man, those missiles are gonna knock that shit right down anyways. Fucking dookie. Man, anyways, that I'm gonna say Shalom Kahalayim Lai How Bashim How Shai Hashem Kakudash till next time.